My son is learning about the word F. You know, homeschooling can be a lot of fun when you're teaching kids new things, because he's pre-K, so he's learning about some very basic things, but letters, numbers, all those things could be a lot of fun to learn. My older son is he's learning division right now, and the way that they do this like boxed model and stuff is very different than the way I did it. I've actually had to relearn division the way they teach it now to teach it to him, just because I didn't learn it the same way he did. But with our youngest, he's completely homeschooled, and I think it's kind of fun with the different lessons and stuff that my wife has come up for him. But she's teaching him the letter F this week, and there's one word that has really stuck with him, and I'm very proud of this because it sticks with me too, and that is fishing. Fishing and fish go with F, and I love fishing. So what we've decided to do is take him out and go fishing. We wanted to go up to the mountains and trout stream fish a little bit. I always love to take my fly fishing gear with me anytime I fish anywhere. I bring the fly gear, but that wasn't going to work out. So we're going to take him out on the boat. Now, our boat is not a fishing boat. Many moons, years, decades ago, I don't want to say prehistoric, but it's pretty close. I was what they called a boat master for some summer camps up in Maine. So my job was to operate and run the boats in the boating department and the waterfront. And I had always loved boats from the time I was little. I grew up in Florida. It's just something that was kind of bred into me, I guess. Canoes, kayaks, boats, windsurfers, whatever it was, I was on them in the water. So I have had, throughout my life, some sort of boat of some sort. And I want to say back in 2012, I finally bought my very own speedboat. And instead of looking for a fishing boat or a water ski boat or something like that, I went out and I looked for the best made boat. And I'd say anybody who is going to invest in something, it's good to buy the best made, best highest quality that you can afford with your funds at the time. And so I found a Regal 2100. It's just a 21-foot boat with a 5.7 liter Volvo Penta motor in it. The motor was bad, so I got a great deal on the boat, and I put a brand new motor in it, and that was the best that I could afford, and it is an incredible boat. It was best in class the year that it came back out in 1997. I think that boat's a 97. But even today, after putting a new motor in it, cosmetically, it needs some help, but mechanically, that boat is sound. It is fast. I see all these people out there with these boats on the lake and all these fancy little things go along with the boat, and I think it's funny when they try and fly by me like they've got something, and I just blow by them. They're a Volvo Penta, but they don't make them like that anymore. I tried to sell our boat for a while, and everybody that came and looked at the boat would compare it to a Regal 2100 with a Mercruiser engine in it, and I don't think that people were really grasping the boat that I was putting on the market. So needless to say, it never sold. In any case, today we're going to get out of here and do some fishing. I put the battery up on the boat. Now I'm trying to go through these rods, figure out what works and what doesn't work. I'm hoping one of my smaller rods will work for me, and we'll take them out. Before we built this shop, we hadn't had a place to store anything, and the fishing rods unfortunately haven't made it out here yet because I'm still organizing the shop. I might do a video just showing how much you could actually fit in a 16 by 16 shop. Again, mine's 2 stories because I added a second floor to the shop, but with organizing systems like the wall control and the different stuff that I've found, you can fit a lot into a 16 by 16 workspace. You don't have to have a giant barn somewhere. Although I would love to have a giant barn somewhere. I'd love to have something I could just roll the tractors up into and work on them, but that is not in my deck of cards at the moment. Some of these rods were my wife's. and some of them are mine. See what we could do to clean that one up. It's not a very big rod. This one, I feel like would be the perfect size for little Abner if I can get it to cast. This one with the fancy real doodad was my wife's. Sometimes it's best to just come in and start over. I remember when I was little, growing up in Florida, we used to just, every day after school, we'd go down to the river with a can of worms, or we'd dig the worms up, and we would go fishing. Like that was, everybody was into fishing. And it never really bothered us that there were alligators swimming around. I mean, we'd see a 8, sometimes 10-foot alligator out in the canals and stuff that we fished in. I was pretty sure several times that gators took fish right off the poles. We were pulling them in. But today, you know, you hear about all the anacondas and stuff that are down in Florida, and it's like, how did I ever survive as a child growing up in Florida? But I was pretty fearless back then. I mean, when I was little, I would go out into the Everglades and wade in chest deep just to go out and explore nature in the wilderness. I mean, it was a great way to grow up. But it's no secret that there are dangers. There are more things in Florida that'll kill you than any other state, that's for sure. But I figured, you know, if I could grow up and survive Florida, I could survive anything.
Tell me a lie. I wanna love and I want it now. Fake it away. Say it loud, I could believe somehow. We could be friends. We could be more if you wanted to. If you could stand being with someone who betrayed a few. Been wandering around and searching for a place to fall. There's a time for us, I know we could have it all. If you stay for a while, I will show you I can make the call. I know we could have it all. How many times will you deny before you break my heart? Out of my mind, out of time, I will be torn apart. Been wandering around and searching for a place to fall. There's a time for us, I know we could have it all. If you stay for a while, I will show you I can make the call. I know we could have it all.
With all the crazy things that have been going on in 2020, as we head out the rest of this year, I hope you guys take a break, bug out with your family, and spend some time just enjoying life, the things that are worth living for.